Hey everyone, so I've just gotten in a question from someone. Can you tell us a bit about FlexiGrocer? So a little bit about the person that's asked this. They've been following me on my pages for a while on my Facebook, my Instagram, FlexiGrocer. They've gone on my website and they still find it a bit unclear as to what the business is about. I'd like to thank everybody that's connected with me and asked me questions and had conversations with me about this. It's really given me the courage in order to go through with it, and I really appreciate questions like this. So now the first thing I have to ask myself is, why did this person ask this question? And I think the answer to that is quite simply because I myself am still pretty unclear on what the business is about. So obviously that comes through in the marketing material that I make and the videos that I make, that it's not entirely clear on what the actual business is going to be about 100%. Now, after making some sort of really quick business plan, I'm kind of a bit more clear on what the business is about. So first things first, I think what's important is to talk about the purpose of FlexiGrocer and why I'm actually doing this. I'm starting FlexiGrocer because I believe in a world where nobody ever has to fear or worry about having the supplies and the groceries that they need. And the way the business works is I'm a software developer, I make apps. FlexiGrocer is an app that connects consumers straight to the suppliers. And I'm sure that you know, and I know as well, that the current system is flawed, especially in today's technological age. Being forced to get your groceries in a physical location is not something that should still be happening in the age of technology that we are in. In fact, there are three big problems with the current system right now that I'm trying to solve. And the first one is that our access is not straight from the supplier. Our prices are actually set by the grocery stores that we go to. It's not being set by the suppliers themselves. So there's a big cost benefit and a cost saving to that on both sides, from the supplier side and the consumer side. And the second issue is that you're not really able to shop around much in the current system. It's very difficult for you to, for example, go to multiple stores and find the best deal for yourself, which is totally much more simpler when everything's on an online system. You can't do that in a physical system because then you'd have to spend fuel and time going to all the different grocery stores and comparing all the prices. And it's just not feasible to do that. And the final issue that I've identified is that we're basically forced to go into grocery stores physically in order to get our groceries, which definitely should not happen. There are people that work late shifts or, for example, have really busy schedules, and even people like in the current state of COVID that can't even go to grocery stores because they're elderly or they're at risk or they are working really bad shifts for really emergency essential services that they can't access these groceries. And being forced to do that is a travesty. So basically my top priority at the current moment is to get to MVP stage. And MVP just means minimum valuable product. It just means that once I can start connecting consumers and suppliers, that's basically where I want to be. I want to be at a place where I can start getting my first customer, and hopefully that happens within a week. Now, I wanted to thank everyone that's messaged me and asked me questions about the business and what I'm doing. If you have any other questions or queries or even comments about the idea, if you're willing to help out or you have any ideas, feel free to just message me. If you have any questions, oh my God, please do message me. I'm happy to answer it. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.